Coach Wally. I think I came in 2009 with LA Unified.
Marquis, when did I come in? Like 5 years ago, maybe. So 2020, 2019. And I came in with the closers.
Well, I was in a coaching a league called Say No Classic, and I was kind of like winning a lot of championships over there. Actually, I won like 4 straight championships in a row. And Marcus Williams and his father, Kelly, they asked me to come coach in the Drew League. So I said, okay, well, Rod Smith, bless his heart, he passed away. So I said it was a good opportunity to make a change. So I went over there with Marcus Williams and his dad, and from there, won 3 championships in a row.
Well, I mean, I came growing in LA. You always hear about the Drew and stuff, and then my dad was one of the like most winningest coaches, I guess you could say. So he was like, "Want to come play?" I'm like, "Why not? Like, why? Who wouldn't want to play in the Drew with their dad as their coach?" So it was kind of like a perfect situation for me.
And how old were you when you first came in?
I want to say like 18. I want to say 17, 18.
And so that's what your senior or junior year?
Senior year.
Going into?
Yeah, going into my senior year
Did
of
you
high
have
school.
any looks at all? Or
I didn't. I didn't have any. Because I went to Westchester my junior year, played, but I was playing behind somebody named Keith. He went to some high major, I forgot. Then my senior year, that's when I blew up. So yeah.
and you still playing college ball or
Nah, so I play overseas. I just came back from Ukraine.
Ukraine? Okay, congrats,
Yeah,
congrats. So where'd
thank you.
you when did you finish school?
Last year. Yeah, the beginning of last year.
So your first game, what was that like? What did it feel like?
I ain't gonna lie, I was super nervous because because you already know how crazy my dad is already. So think about it, it's me times 5 with me. So like when I got in, I was just running corner to corner, didn't want to mess up. I think my first shot I airballed. He took me right out. Took me out. So I mean, but it was good experience because now I get to play against different pros and everything. So it's like my game just adapted from there. So it helped a lot actually, just playing people way older than me.
And his first game, but what did you notice, good and bad?
Well, for me, being a parent, you want your son to achieve and you want him to do good. But at the same time, I'm super hard on him. Super, super, super hard on him. And I felt that my tactic would make him the man he is today. So I didn't give him a break. And then sometimes when you're a coach and you have a son, then other players look to see if it's favoritism, but they know for a fact it's not none with me. So I'll treat him the same as I do anybody else, even more harder on him. But I expected him to do well, but he had some learning and growing to do. It was a new experience for him, but he actually did well though.
That's good. So what I gotta ask, what is your favorite Drew League moment? Doesn't have to involve you, just overall moment.
You ready? Are you ready? Beating City Blazers. Rod, my boy Rod, that's my guy. And I never forget this. We was playing, and he was the top seed. He had some amazing players, and I beat him. And when I beat him, you know what I did? I took him a watermelon. I followed him all around. Truly, he was running from me. That was my favorite moment of all time. One of the top ones.
And which was it? That was for championship?
That
Or
was
it's
to
on the
get to
way?
the championship or Final Four. It was something. But the beating Rod that year, because he was the guy and still is the guy right to this day, that's what I love. Yeah.
I remember mine vividly. My dad got kicked out because he was cussing at the refs. And he got kicked out, and I think it was like 30 seconds left. We're playing Frank Nitti and them. This was my freshman year of college, so a year after after I graduated. So before I went to college, he gets kicked out the game. So and I'm in the middle of the game. I want to say who's the coach at Trey Tech?
Sherman?
Sherman. He put me in. I want to say. And I hit like the biggest 3 ever. All I see is my dad jumping up and down at the door because he can't get in. I hit the biggest 3 ever, and we win the game. And that was like be my favorite moment. I'm not gonna lie.
So you played obviously high school, college, and you've coached at many different levels, different leagues. I'm gonna start here. How does the Drew brand of basketball and the level of competition differ from other places?
Um, it depends. So like in Europe, they're a system. So it's like you have to run a play. They're not just gonna let you just go get a bucket. Like unless like you're on the right team. But a majority of Europe coaches, they want you to run a system, get the play going like 15, 20 seconds and go score. In the Drew, you know, you could come down ISO right away and just go get a bucket and it's more spacing in the Drew because it's NBA rules. Europe, there's a defensive there's no defense 3 seconds, so people could just sit in the paint. Drew, you can't do that. So it's like, that's why I felt like I was always be a better pro than a college player because there's so much space. So like you beat your first defender, it's easy reads. The big step up, you drop it off. The big don't, you lay it up. So
You know, you
that's
hear
why.
that a lot where they say Euroball is kind of like professional college versus like the NBA is more like you said, or I guess you say just pros over here is more like ISO ball, more space and movement. Is that kind of the same?
Yeah, and I feel like if you go D2 or D3 or like NAIA, you're better for overseas than Division One. You're like NBA because Division One you play fast, like you run plays, but you really don't have to. And then D2, D3 is like I'm not gonna say less talented because there's talented people everywhere, but like your coach has to like let you okay run this play, this like you have to be ready for certain situations. Where D1 they're so naturally talented, they can just go jump up and get something and it'll just work out.
And Wally, just how does the Drew differ from other places that you coach? Just like the brand of basketball and the level of competition.
I like the family community. I like the from the snack bar to the table to the security to the fans. You know what I'm saying? I just love the whole community awareness. So everybody's together. It's like once you inside of the gym, you become family. So everybody is treated in a way that it's just amazing feeling. Even on the way to the Drew, on the way, getting in the car. Man, we finna go to Drew. Man, hurry up! I told you to get your stuff ready, but just to get there, and then when you get there, you can be whoever you want to be. You know what I'm saying? You can be yourself. You can laugh, play. You know, it's just a amazing family community that you enjoy. Especially if you come in for the first time, you're gonna get that same feeling. That's why the fans keep coming back year after year because it's family orientated. Everybody treats you good there.
And where is your favorite place to play, or what's your favorite type of environment? Like a hostile environment? Do you
Oh,
like?
I love a hostile environment because I feel like when somebody talk mess to me, it just turns me up even more, and I want to prove them like, bro, you can't mess with me, like, like yeah. So a hostile environment for sure, without a doubt.
Playoffs. Got to make the playoffs. What? The preparation to the playoffs. Imagine, imagine you got 11 games, 12 games, whatever the case is. Every single week, I promise you, for the whole season, you're thinking, you're on the phone talking, you're getting players, you're talking to different coaches. We're looking at the bracket, we're looking at each side, who gonna play. If we beat them, we'll be in the third seed. Bro, I can't even explain it. I mean, you don't get enough sleep because it's always on your mind because the coaches and the Drew, they have one thing and one thing on it, that's to win. And we look at each other, I'll give you an example. Me and one of my guys, Rod and a few more coaches, Mike and all of them, we talk. Like, man, you lost that one. Well, yeah, such and such lost too. So if I win next week and then they lose, I'm kind of up here. So we do that all week. From Monday through Monday, it doesn't stop. Don't a day go by for 2 months, a month and a half, it doesn't matter. So everybody's like on point. So that's what it is.
And speaking of preparation, as a coach and to like get your guys ready, what's your preparation like just week to week of getting your guys ready? Like, are you guys practicing? Are you going over a game plan because you've seen them play the week before? Like, how do you get ready?
Well, mentally for me, it's not how good you are. It's about what you finna do that day. Because for me, we have to win. We have to win. I don't care what your name is. You can be Kobe, bless his heart, and you 0 for 10. I can't wait for you. I don't care what your name is, how many cameras you got. That don't work for me. It works for you because once the game over, you gone about your business, and I'm stuck with that L. We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm prepping, and if you in there and you seem like you slow and you working out slow, and then you get in there, I can't wait for you. I can't wait for you to do this. I can't wait for none of that. You know what I'm saying? I got to get rolling. So warm up is warm up. So coach, let me hoop. You know, you didn't give me a chance to get warm. No, yes you did. You warmed up 10 minutes. What are you talking about? I can't wait for you to get it together. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I prep now.
Marquis, is that on point? I know you played for your dad, so you ain't waiting, right?
Like, I think I was sitting on the bench when he had like Chris Paul, Lou Will, and all them. And I think Chris Paul missed like 3 shots in a row. My dad was trying to sub him out. I forgot who the assistant coach was. He was like, bro, that's Chris Paul. My dad said, I don't give a like. And then I think Chris Paul came down, hit a 3. He said, all right, I'll give him another chance. And then he started picking it up. And my dad was like, all right, my bad. But that's how I knew, like, my dad, he don't care who you are. Like, from you could be a high schooler to the best pro. Like, if you're not doing anything, he's going to sub you out and treat you the same. So that's what I think everybody knows about my dad by now, is that he don't care who you are. He's going to treat you the same as he would treat a high schooler.
That speaks to a good coach, is that you can treat 1 through 15 the same way. I don't care if you're giving me 30 or 0. I'm gonna talk to you the same way. So that's a testament to a good coach. So just to get off of basketball just a little bit, both of you guys LA natives?
Yeah.
I was actually born in Vegas, but then I was raised in LA.
Got you. Okay. What's you guys' favorite food spots out here?
I like Buffalo Spot. Buffalo Spot?
Buffalo spot? Okay.
I like soul food.
Soul food?
What?
Okay, so I live in DC. If I'm coming to town and I want some soul food, where am I
Well,
going?
you gonna go to R&R in Carson, or you gonna go to Fixins downtown.
I hear about Fixer. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I rock with them 2 spots.
Okay. And then favorite places, pick up some sneakers or shopping.
I honestly be ordering online and stuff, but if I usually go to Foot Locker or something like that. Nothing too crazy, like, because if you try to go to like Metro Fusion and Fox Hills Mall and stuff like that, they always be taxing. So I'll be trying to find the median to it. I'm not the type to spend $700 on shoes. Like, I just can't do
On
it.
this economy.
It's just not in me. I just can't do it. I can't.
Be honest, I'm a Gucci type of man. So I buy them. I got about 18 pairs. So I buy them. I kind of like them. I try to get a little shirt to match or something. I just try to stay on the young side. So yeah, I like that.
And then predictions for your team this year.
Oh, the championship. I mean, nothing short of
Nothing
that.
short, right?
Yeah, we in the same boat. Yeah, I think championship. Yeah.
Nice. And so you've been playing the Drew since about last 5 years?
Yeah, I've been playing since my senior year of high school. So like 7, 8 years, to be honest.
So do you have a favorite matchup or a matchup when you see that's coming up this week? You're like, all right, I got to make sure I get some sleep for this.
Honestly, if I know we playing an NBA player, I want to guard them just to see like where I am.
Kind of measure up.
Even though I know they don't go as hard as they would in the league, of course, but like I still feel like to a certain extent in their head, I want to win. Like they still have that winning thing. So I know like when it's time to really play, they're going to play. So I like to try to test where I'm at and everything. So I try to or want to guard the best player when I can.
For sure.
I like the youngsters. No disrespect to the older guys that's, got a lot of accolades and done a lot of good things. But I like the up and coming youngsters because like the Frank Nitti set the stage for my son and my son set the stage for the kids behind him. So we have to grow. Like I like the youngsters. I'm going a little young this year, let them, get a taste. They're more hungrier. Not saying the older guys not, but they just so anticipate playing in the Drew ever since they was little. Cause you know what I'm saying? They give them that opportunity. Like a few youngsters now, they just can't believe it. They like starstruck.
It's a lot of guys NBA.
Yeah.
A lot of guys,
yeah,
this
100%.
is the pinnacle of this is the peak for them.
Yeah.
And I like, the teams that go young too. Cause like you said, we got our pioneers, we got guys like yourself that laid the foundation for this next generation, but it's time to find the next, Marquises, the next Frank Nitti, the next Caspers and start to build them up. So I agree with you. Last but not least, we in the middle of NBA playoffs. Any predictions?
I still think the Lakers gonna win it all. Man, I don't want to stand on that. I don't.
I'm
Luca and Braun, come on, man. And
I'm
then
kind of
Austin
up in the
Reeves.
air, but I like it. You see how they got whooped, then they come back and whoop them. So it's a tough. I guess that's where it goes mentally, to see where we at mentally for that day. You know what you did yesterday. You got to show up every night. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully the Lakers can do it, and you know, I would rather the Lakers do it from here so we can cheer on.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Get a
parade's gonna
real
be
parade.
crazy.
I was about to say, get a real parade.
We didn't get one in 2020, so we got to get a parade going for sure.
Cool. But I think unless you guys have anything else you'd like to add in or topics y'all want to hit.
No, I just want to just be grateful. Have opportunity to be with my son. A father that watched his son grow, and my warm heart go out to the gentleman that had the accident this morning, Arena's son. It's for a father to see your son play, whether it's good or bad or negative or positive. It just gives us a chance to be a part of their life. And I always told my son, my godson, or some of the players that I coach, to be mindful of drugs and alcohol, to grow up and try to be sober and, try to make the best out of life. That's about it.